So, welcome back, friends. Once again, we have silver coming down over the last 2 days, and in our commodities group, we had asked to that you could sell silver at 241, 2,41,000 yesterday, and it's already at 2,28,000 today. So we had given a call for 2 days fall in silver last week itself, and then repeated it yesterday. So yesterday morning. So in 2 days, good handsome profits for people who believed and trusted in us, in our abilities. Now, as far as the markets are concerned, today we had the news of Infosys tying up with Anthropic, a leading player in the AI field. Yesterday we had the news of Reliance tying up. Now both these news caused marginal rise in the Nifty, but for this news there was really nothing much really to affect or to bring it on the upside. In fact, today also we had given that post 130 you may see some drawdown, some weakness or fall in the Nifty, and it fell down almost 80 points after 130 if you have a look at it clearly. So this was also another prediction we had given in the groups, and which turned out to be correct. I was hearing Nandan Nilekani speak at the Infosys AI Summit, and he has talked about artificial intelligence being not just another layer of technology, but a complete game changer in ways the enterprises go about doing their business. He talks in great detail about how various companies have got legacy systems, and that the IT companies such as Infosys would be able to adapt the AI agents to all these legacy systems of the existing companies across the world. In effect, he's trying to say that they can help implement, execute AI, and that's where the niche seems to be carved out for the Indian IT companies. That's why you probably have Anthropic in India, not only to gather a greater customer base, but to have a lot of people work together and to be able to give, not only to gather a very huge customer base who will be using the AI agents, but to have these software companies help the major corporations across the world to be able to implement AI, the Claude agents into their systems. And that's where Nandan and various other software companies seem to be indicating they have their work carved out for them. Well, in all respect to the Indian IT companies, I think the biggest money will not be made by those who are investing in data centers. In fact, Adani announced a very big investment today in data centers. The biggest money will be made by those companies who will have products built around AI. That's what happened even in the dot-com era. After the dot-com dust had settled, you found that a major thrust of the money went to those people who, the Googles and the Microsofts, who had built a lot of things around the internet, rather than those who invested in technologies pertaining to the internet, such as Cisco, the networking equipment, etc. So even in this case, the data centers, which are already very debt-ridden, companies are taking very huge amounts of debt to invest in data centers. They will not be the true winners when the dust has finally settled. Of course, the AI revolution is always going to be here. So these are my perceptions. As far as the Indian markets are concerned, we may be getting some more announcements over the next few days. So this can add cheer to the markets. The important thing that I would like to say is that my interaction with the subscribers, with many people, that is beginning to show that most people are becoming extremely short term in their thinking. They want to play the Nifty options every hour. They want to double their money. This is not very good for the longevity. We are trying to educate people to and make them understand the businesses, how the companies are operating, and on the basis of that you can use options as a hedging strategy or whatever you desire. but purely using options as a tool to speculate recklessly and being so impatient that every half hour you're trying to double your money, I think that is something which may turn out to be a little difficult in the long run. We also suggest options, and we are so well versed and have a very good name, but I don't recommend trading the whole day and getting stuck in front of the terminal and sitting and playing the whole the game, the Nifty game, the whole day. There is always a possibility that some sort of an announcement comes which can upset the apple cart. So be cautious. There is a talk of Iran and US being in talks currently in Geneva, and this is a high stakes battle, talks going on. Both the sides have upped the ante and they have positioned their warships in the Gulf. In the Strait of Hormuz, in fact, has been partially closed to oil tankers. So Iran has also upped the ante. These are important talks going on. A sudden twist in these talks can also upset. One thing that is very imaginative and you should understand is that in the midst of so much of geopolitical uncertainty, you have gold and silver falling. Normally, they would say that gold and silver are safe havens, and people invest in gold and silver when the geopolitical pressure is maximum. Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding the Iran-US talks in Geneva. Yet you find that gold, silver, instead of rising, in fact, have fallen quite appreciably over the last 2 days in the world financial markets. Something to be concerned about. Finally, a small word on the India-Pakistan cricket match. Maybe you may have wanted it as the first, but people are overjoyed. But Pakistan does not have the teeth anymore. So I don't know it's a good thing for the Indian fans to be overjoyed having won the match. But Pakistan is not the same team as they used to be under Imran Khan. A very difficult time that used to be. I remember when Imran used to come into bowl, used to be a very, very tough time for the Indian batsmen of every class. Many may not agree, but or they may not remember, or they may want to forget. Unfortunately, he's languishing in jail, and today there was a written request by 15 international captains requesting the government of Pakistan to intervene and to give him all medical aid and to treat him with dignity. I agree. He was a great bowler and a great all-rounder. Something that a generational shift in the mindsets of people did take place under his captainship, leading 1992 Pakistan victory for whatever reason. As a cricketer, he had his own element, and Pakistan current cricket team is nowhere near. So it's a good victory, but they don't have the teeth anymore. The lot of investments taken place in the defense stocks, people also in railway stocks. Today there is some good India-France agreement which could benefit BAIL. So BAIL could be doing well tomorrow. But all these things went very hyped. The defense, the railways, the stocks went phenomenally up. Many people bought them at the wrong time and are stuck. Well, every stock and sector has its own era. Be very careful. Gold and silver also phenomenally went high, and they also had their own era. They will come back up, but don't forget there will be also a lot of volatility, and I can see many periods when it may fall also quite sharply. To get to know where all of our markets are headed from here, please do join our Premium Plus. Gives you 10 to 12 days predictions in advance. Good multi-baggers, and you can WhatsApp us 9820861044. Happy investing. Have a nice evening. Take care. Bye.